This video is going to talk about a more advanced way to look at significant figures in tables. It is easy to go wrong with this technique, so if you're doing GCSE, then feel free to just skip this, okay, and leave it until you go to AS level. But if you want to know how to do it, watch on. As I said, if you're doing GCSE, I strongly suggest that just go with 3 significant figures, or if you want a challenge though, let's do it. Let's start with the raw data. Voltage first. Look at the voltmeter. It reads to 2 decimal places. That means that the number of significant figures can change, but when we write values in a table, the number of decimal places should be the same within one column. Here, all the voltage readings are to 2 decimal places, but the number of significant figures is changing. There's 4 here, obviously, 3 here. This is 2 because we don't count that 0. And we don't count these zeros either, so this is only 1 sig fig. We didn't count the leading zeros here, so why should we count them here? For current I simplified it, but we still have the same number of decimal places in the column. A different number from the voltage, but that's because they were different readings from different pieces of apparatus. So, for the raw measured data, keep the same number of decimal places within the column. Now, for the final column, here's the calculator values. We need to change those though. Pause if you want another go at it, but maybe it's best if I just tell you how it's done. For calculated data, we look at the rows and follow the significant figures. There's only 1 significant figure here, so it's the result with the most error, so controls things. That means we'll have 1 sig fig for the resistance. In this row, these both have 2 significant figures, so the calculated value has 2 significant figures. Now it gets interesting. Voltage has 3 SF now, but current only 2. Even as voltage goes up to 4 SF, current is still only 2, so resistance is 11. This looks odd and unfamiliar, but it is correct. For measured values, we look at columns and we keep the same number of decimal places within that column. For calculated values, we look at rows and we use the lowest number of significant figures from the raw data to decide how many significant figures to have in the calculated value.